This is special. This is very, very unusual.
What? What is it?
It's a dingle hopper.
Hey everybody, Scott here for Angry Badger Minis. Welcome back. So, no, you did not end up on the wrong channel. No, I have not lost my mind. No, I'm not on a Little Mermaid kick. I just happened to be sitting there thinking about this nifty tool that I have, that I use or have used to get my models out of this, this solution, so that I don't have to mess around with it. I have no explanation as to why or how this fork ended up getting bent, and in the process it just occurred to me that that was something from the Little Mermaid, and my wife and I figured it out, and this is my new tool, the dingle hopper. So you may want one of these in your toolkit. Anyway, moving on. We're working on, we did some work today as best we could. We got all of our metal, our metal gray knights put together, and I had to re-look at them because I was like, wait a minute, something's wrong here. I've got too many, I forget what these are called, but side cannons or silencer. No, these are just side cannons. Too many of these, and then I realized that one of them was going to be a purgation squad, I guess, or what have you. Basically a heavy weapon squad. So we're still set. I just couldn't remember how I bought it. I also went ahead and put together Valdo. We'll see how it works out. I went ahead and I put his head on there, his face. I think I'm just going to go ahead and try to challenge myself in that regard. And it's not that I can't do it, I just don't like it. I think it's like the dumbest thing in the world. I don't know why you would not want to protect your head. And I mean, especially the amount of fighting that these guys, Grey Knights do, and in the close proximity to demons and everything else. I mean, my gosh, why wouldn't you want all the protection you get? So anyway, I'm working on the last 5 here of the Grey Knight infantry. I've got a silencer guy over here, so he's already set up. We are working on, you may believe this, I believe it because it's me, but I also, in my process of cleaning up my entire area, which I've done, I lost the instructions for these guys. I have a big giant box over there full of instructions and manuals and things like that I thought maybe if it's okay and without monetary gain that I could put that online for folks that might need them down the road. Man, I don't even know. I don't know if they're in there, if I accidentally threw them away, what the case is. But anyway, thankfully I am able to it looks like I'm going to be able to just basically roll with an easy selection here, we'll put it that way. I'm not sure if I'll ever be able to get it to work in regards to OBS and all of that, but I will tell you that I finally got Dawn of War, Soulstorm, Ultimate Apocalypse mod working on my computer. It's really a pain, to be honest with you. It took forever, and it turned out to be that I had the wrong Tyranid mod for the last Apocalypse mod. So the Tyranid mod has made, they have gone further. That being said, the Tyranid mod that's out there for Ultimate Apocalypse, holy smokes, man. Dude, hats off to those guys. I've been playing a Tyranid mod with Dawn of War for years, and I guess I didn't have this one, but man, let me tell you something. The computer was on easy, and mind you, I was playing with one hand while doing some other stuff, so I wasn't really playing. But man, let me tell you, they came in, and maybe the difficulty just doesn't matter, because they came in and just wreaked havoc. The only thing that semi kept them at bay and I saved the game, was the fact that I went full on Legion of the Damned, where that's all you can produce, and it man, let me tell you, I was thoroughly impressed. I'm looking forward to really narrowing down how to get all of that to work. But tonight when we play, of course, we have to we have to go to insane mode. We've already done hard and harder, and what I'm thinking about doing is, just for my own edification or gratification or whatever, is I'm thinking about trying to keep track of, maybe make some kind of map, or I'm not even sure exactly how I would do this, but basically I would love to be able to beat the AI on Insane, beat every race, but also beat it with every race, if that makes sense, on Insane. I don't know how hard that's going to be. It's probably going to be pretty hard. I think I should focus on the basic Dawn of War set before I move on to the Ultimate Apocalypse, as far as that's concerned. Also, I have, if you guys are interested, I have all of the badges and banners for NFL teams, and I thought maybe there would be a way that, I don't know, to run some kind of pseudo football league type thing through Dawn of War. I don't know that I'd be able to necessarily play with anybody in that regard, but maybe there's a way to hash it out, that who's rooting for who. Today's video that I posted earlier today, the reaction video, thank you to everybody that viewed that. We were over, 21 views on that thing, and I think that might be the highest view count video we have. I mean, we might have had some others in the beginning, but I don't remember. So thank you for that. I think it's gonna be, Warhammer TV might be a thing. At least I hope it will be. I mean, they can only screw it up, right? So, but I stand by what I said in the video. I really do hope that that video is not going to be all black and white, but just and then the red of the blood angels, and the red of blood, and the red of lasers. That would be kind of, I don't know, man. I don't know if I could. I mean, I could probably watch it once, but that'd probably be about it. Let's see here. Still dealing with my thumb here. What else was I gonna say? There's something else I was gonna tell you guys, and I forgot what it was now. I think I figured out how I'll end up playing Death Watch, and that'll be on the PlayStation 4 when I do that. I'd like your input for a solid time, since it seems like sometimes I'm streaming and then you guys seem to get on a little bit later. Typically I can't go earlier than 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but after that I'm pretty much free, unless I've got something that I really need to do. I remember what I was going to tell you guys. You probably won't notice, but I went ahead and I redid the playlist for our live streams and whatnot, as far as the music in the background, removing the song that keeps getting hit with a copyright claim. And I'm doing this to see if I get hit again, just to see if these guys are targeting, period, you know what I mean, just making stuff up. I'm also, if that happens, I have a plan to get in touch with Here We Go and let them know what's happening. It may have to be, a combined effort. Who knows? But yeah, it's kind of annoying, because the song that I left out, I really enjoyed that song. It's probably the best one on the playlist. But it is what it is. So, all right. I'm trying to go as easy as I can with these guys. actually, this is the Inceptor squad. These guys use swords, I think. Okay, or no. So, well, I mean, they don't have to use swords, but I think that's what I'm going to do with these guys, just to make them different. And make the lethality of their the whole idea of them and what they do. Okay, there's a right-handed sword. Another right-handed sword. Two more, find the arms, and then basically cut the heads and stuff, and we're done with these guys. There's one, there's a third. Watch, I won't be able to find one more on the sprue. One more right-hander. That's pretty, it's a two-handed something. We have a one-handed staff. Let's see here. This is a right-hander with spearing a freaking plague demon. I think I like that. Yeah, we're gonna roll with that. We'll put that on the leader. And I still want to make, I say I'm done, I want to make a Castle and Crow model. The only issue I have is I don't have another set of the, you know, the back here. I don't have a spare, which is a little bit unfortunate. Well, I mean, if I think about this, I guess I could just use this guy, and then I can add a random, you know, random ring, because none of these guys have that you know, the new gosh, what's it called, psychic hood thing behind them. It's the small tiny one. So I mean, I don't see why that should even be an issue. Yeah, we'll do that. So this dude will be my Castle and Crow, and then I'll go ahead and put that sword over there, and then we will find, we're gonna need to find, I have another body over here. It doesn't necessarily look like it's, you know, Grey Knightish, but I'm sure I could put some stuff on there, you know what I mean? Oh, there's a hand here that's holding a demonette's head. So heck yeah, my Castle and Crow is gonna be spearing a Nurgle demon and holding the head of a demonette. I like it. Awesome. Let's see. So we need, okay, so there's another, wait a minute. Is there a left-handed gun? I'm sorry, right-handed gun? Because then I could put, I thought I saw plenty of let's see here. I do not see, I mean, you've got, that's a pretty big damn sword right there. How do you have left-handed swords but you don't have right-handed guns? I don't understand that. Huh. That's odd. Why is there no right-handed gun? I mean, I guess no. How do I do this? How do we do this? This looks like some kind of, I'm not sure what that is. Man, doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, that makes literally no sense. There you have left-handed swords, but you have no right-handed storm bolters. Unless you just put that sword in the same hand, which I guess is you can do, but then you need a right hand. That's a dilemma. Oh, Grey Knights, you just cannot stop messing around with me, can you? I mean, I guess I could cut. No, if I cut that, that's not going to work. Let's see here. Excuse me while I put my head in the camera. If I did, I'm trying to find an alternative here. Oh, you know what though? There is one. I don't have the psychic hood back, but I do have a Grey Knight front. So there's an extra here that I can use for that. So that's good. And we've got, of course, some backpacks here. What's the most Grey Knight-ish looking one? Probably this one. Let's cut that off. Save that for him. Man, I can't believe this. That's a right-handed sword, but it's freaking huge. You know what? Since we don't have one, we're going to go ahead and give these guys a warding staff deal for the hell of it. I mean, why not, right? Alright, so that solves that dilemma. Now we just got to get the arms. Okay, there's a right-handed arm. We also need to have the right one for Castle and Crow over here. That dude. Oh, we need a base. Yeah, for those of you that aren't aware, if you haven't been paying attention, every model I have that is Space Marine, I've been buying the bases and putting them all on the correct bases. So, not necessarily the nicest task, if you will. Let me dry fit this real quick for Castle and Crow. That's really, his arm is really up there to be able to do that. I don't quite understand how the hand goes all the way up there like that for a sword so long. And it's almost like I'd have to prop him on a rock to make it happen or work. Come on. Unless this is supposed to go sideways across his body, which could be the case. I could run downstairs and get some blue tack, but sometimes that just really does not work for me. But that is another cool tool for you guys, blue tack, or whatever. I think I almost got it here. Yep, I got it. Yeah, it just needs to go across his body like that. Let's glue that in place. Let's get some glue on the wrist here. That fits good. Drop a little bit of glue on the back side of this plague bearer head, which seems to be massive. And then we're going to put this demonette head, hanging head, helmet, blah blah blah. If I can figure out how to make that work. Yeah, I don't like that because you can't even see the face. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bend this carefully. I hope. I may break it off and have to re-bend it. I just want to, you know what I'm going to do? I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut the hair part off up top here, so that way I can just put his hand the way I want it. And then I'm going to turn it slightly, if I can do it without necessarily snapping it off, so that it's facing out and away from the other head. And yeah, okay, that worked. Outstanding. Alright. Now we'll put his hand on there. Yeah, that looks great. Hold on. I'll see if I can get it to work in the camera here. So, if you guys can make that out, you got the plague bearer head on the ground, and then you've got him holding on to the demonette head, you know, kind of turned outwards away. And I think that'll bring some focus to the model too, because he's, you know, this army's going to be, you know, mostly gunmetal-ish type color, right? Or lead belcher or something like that. I don't have any lead belcher, but you know what I mean. Oh man, I gotta tell you guys something that you're gonna love. If you don't already know about this, I just found out about it today. Figured out how to get it to work for me because I was having issues with it or whatever. But no big deal. Anyway, what I was gonna say was, with him being mostly, you know, gunmetal, lead belcher, gray, whatever you want to call it, you're gonna have contrasting colors here between the purple and pink and whatnot of the demonette, and you know, the oozing blah 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 of the, you know, of the plague bearer here. So I think it's going to be really good, and I'm probably gonna make, you know, this sword obviously a power type sword, so it's going to have some kind of, you know, color to it as well. So it's going to be really nice. So that works out. The only issue is I wish I would have known. Man, I'm probably going to have to go back later, and hopefully this glue job will really work well, because I'm gonna have to cut this stuff off because he's gonna need to be higher. He's a special character for me, and I didn't even think about that last minute thing. Oh well, it is what it is. Is it ruined? Yeah, okay. My wife says it's ruined. She doesn't know what we're talking about, but it's ruined. I got so excited kit bashing this model here that I wasn't thinking about putting him up on a pedestal, so to speak. Alright, we'll let that sit over there. In the meantime, I'm going to cut these. Cut these legs. What legs do I want to use? Most of these guys are wearing the big greaves, so I think we're gonna go with these right here. These have some purity seals on them, and then I need a front torso. Let's see, 1 second. I mean a back torso, not a front torso. Break out the old bits box, that'll work there. okay. We'll glue on this Grey Knight torso, which I suspect it may have a slight issue, but I'm not sure. Yeah, the holes aren't lining up, so that's okay. We'll just trim off these what do you call it, these little nubs here. And I dropped it on the floor. Thankfully the floor is vacuumed and we don't have a ton of dust and debris or anything like that getting on it. I'm hoping that this is going to line up decent. It looks like it is. Okay, great. So it does. And just the little nubs didn't. It's not too bad at the top. Nothing you would really notice. Let me get these legs glued on here. Okay, whoops. And this guy is gonna be the guy that's gonna be using the staff, just because I need as much as I can to make him look like a Grey Knight, basically. Which shouldn't be too hard, because I think we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, I guess they only gave us 5 heads. Well, there's other heads, just not the Knight helmet that I like. But I believe I have some other Knight helmets that may not necessarily be Grey Knights, but it would work for me. Here, let me grab that bits box again and check that out, because I can use that on Castle and Crow versus these guys. Those are all wolf heads, so that's not going to work. Maybe we don't. Wait a minute. Does he even have that helmet? Let's see here. I don't know that he does. I mean, he may. I'm already past the headquarters stuff. Castle and Crow. Yeah, he's got the Grey Knight deal. He also has a cape, which I do not have on here, but I think, let me check real quick. These are from last night's Grey Knights Terminators. I've got plenty of helmets, but they're kind of Terminator-ish, like large. I don't know that it would necessarily matter, but I could have swore I saw a cape. Yeah, here's a cape, so that cape will work. You can just put that on the back of him. It's not huge or anything, but it doesn't have to be. I actually, ooh, that's right. I have a captain. Actually, you know what? No, that's okay, because I don't want it to take away from this. Alright, so we got the cape. Let's go ahead and cut that off. I have 2 of them. I could, if I really needed to, I guess I could combine them or just wait and put green stuff on later. I'm thinking, my thinking is, considering that these guys may not survive. I've never played a game with Grey Knights before, ever. Oh, I forgot I had this other Bloodletter deal well, he is definitely going to be getting a banner, but his banner is going to be the blood letter head on top. So he's going to have at least three demon heads on his deal. That's going to be awesome. All right, let me see here. Where did those Terminator heads go? Here's one. Okay, that's a fat head. That's a fat head. That's not quite fat. It's got some targeting thing on it, which doesn't do anything for me. This one looks smaller. Where are the... Okay, here's the ones. What I'm thinking, guys, is if the heads aren't that much bigger and they don't look like they are, then I just go ahead and take one of these Terminator heads, throw it on this dude, and then I can put a regular head on Castle and Crow and it won't matter. I mean, you won't even really notice, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm thinking I'm gonna do. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. So let me find the smallest, skinniest head I can find for this guy, or it looks skinny. I think it's going to be this one. And then I can use these Terminator ones off to the side. This Terminator stuff for now, because that's where all those little things are that I need for my to dress. Well, I mean, not have to dress this guy up too much, to be honest. Let's take a look at their legs. He's got runes on his legs. He's got runes. He's got runes. Okay, so these guys have runes, but only on one leg. Man, if I'd have known that, I could have swapped the legs out on these guys, and it would have been so much easier. Because you can't even hardly see this guy's legs. I wonder if I could pop that off. Man, that's on there. Let's see. Give it another try from this angle here. Oh, nope. Well, the next best thing is going to be popping the arms off. Let's see here. That should be easier than using our trusty screwdriver. Don't fail me now. Everybody's watching. I don't think I put that much glue on here, or it just really wants to glue this time. Careful, I don't. That's one arm. And two arms. Excellent. Alright, cool. So now we can switch these guys up. That'll be easy fix. Are we out of glue? What the heck? Yep, we're out of glue. Stand by. Here. Also did some utility works around my desk here, to where I made things easier to maintain than I've had in the past. Yeah, this is good. You guys get what I'm doing here, right? This guy has like nothing really on his legs, where this guy does, and you can't really make it out. I mean, you know, if you had the sight or silencer gun, whatever, on him. So I'm just switching them up, and that will give me, it'll make things look more like this guy fits in better. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not going to look underneath the model anyway to see that stuff, and it's going to save me from having to paint it. So, come on. I mean, because he's got some runes on his chest there, and that'll be fine. Right? Right. Glad we're all in agreement. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. Damn it. Alright, looks like we're stuck with gluing and waiting. hate when that happens. Just pops off like that. Slides. Or sticks to your damn finger. Let that sit for a second and marinate. In the meantime, we're going to, this guy is going to be getting that. We're going to go ahead and go back to Castle and Crow here, see what we can do with this cloak. We're going to have it off to the side, similar to how it looks in the, in the codex. Oh, I killed him. No, he didn't survive. All those centuries and maybe millennia of warring against the powers of chaos and slaying demons, and I kill him one stroke. Amazing. Amazing. Oh yeah, and if you hadn't noticed, I did prime these guys, and I really wanted to do that because I wanted to see just what kind of detail I really had with the metal models. And surprisingly, they did come out great. I still did the same method that you guys saw me do before, where I cleaned them up with the Dremel here, and then I turned around, primed them, and then went back and cleaned them off again with the Dremel brush, just to make sure there wasn't any rough paint left on there for whatever reason. So alright, let's see here. Not entirely sure how we're going to get this to stick, but we're going to do our best to shove this in here somehow. Actually, I don't like how that looks on the back. It doesn't look very good. This almost looks like a midsection tabard versus a cloak. That might work if I don't know, man. I just don't really like the way that looks. I think I need to cut this off and shove it up in there more. That's what needs to happen. Cut these chain things off. There's just too much of a gap there sticking out that it looks too unnatural for me. Then we've got too much here that's keeping it from actually working the way I want it to. Yeah, I don't really like this. Okay, and no, we didn't really waste anything. I've got a captain around here somewhere. Hold on. So here's a full-on cloak. The only problem we have is I have to. Oh, I can't replace the back. I'm not doing that. Well, I think I can cut this off. I'm not gonna even use this guy. So let's see if we can't cut that off and fit it up underneath like it would go. You know what I mean? Let's see here. We're gonna have to be a little picky about our cuts here. I really want as much as I can get, but it doesn't look like it wants to play ball. So what we've got here is a Space Marine Captain deal. think I'm gonna have to cut this down. Yep, I'm gonna have to cut through this and then cut down into it and cut a little bit off at a time. It's the only way to get to this without ruining all of it. I got plenty of green stuff and milliput, but this is not, you know, this kind of thing right here is not what I want to break it out for and waste time doing, if you understand what I mean. I'm sure you do. It's just not worth it. Alright, let's, oh, what was that? That was somebody's sword. Alright, let's see here. Can we get this to fit up here underneath? I think we can pop this off. And then we could trim up the sides here to make it more angled in. Dry fit that. I think, let's see here. I got a ton of these capes. Dang it. Get over there. Just want to look at this. Alright. It's kind of similar to the same issue. I mean, this side doesn't look too bad. This isn't even up high enough. Let's see here. I think I can make that work. We're just gonna have to sand some stuff down to make it where I'm gonna like it. I'll put it that way. I think I'm also gonna cut. How much do I need there? I'm gonna cut a little channel right here so that this will go up a little higher. It doesn't need to be down by his feet, in my opinion. I never really liked that anyway. Trip up on your own cape. Alright, let's see if that gives us anything. Yeah, that gives us a little bit. Okay, so then I'm gonna trim this just a hair more. I'm gonna cut a little more of this channel so that we have some wiggle room to alternate or move the angle of the cape. That looks a lot better to me than the other way. Alright, the only issue is we need to trim off some more of this area right here. Make it a little more straight. I'm tempted to even cut that whole piece off right there. But it's kind of like it's, you know, turning there. I don't really want to do that. stick. This thing's been a workhorse. Woo! This was not the plan tonight, but why not, right? I mean, we're almost done with this army, and we can literally. Well, wait, dang! I forgot. I still got a dreadnought to put together. I've got this guy. What is his name? Caldor Drago, and a Calexis assassin. I lied. My bad. Still got a little bit to go. All right. That doesn't look too bad. Let's do some finer cleanup here. All right. So now that looks more presentable to me. And whoop! Oh, I just broke that off. Alright, so we're dry fitting that there. Gonna put this little bit of glue on, hoping that it will stay. We're gonna re-glue his hand because it popped off for whatever reason. Well, because I pushed on it. And then we're going to let him sit and marinate. And his backpack is right there. And I need to check something again, because I don't know if he's got that teleporter crap going on. I guess, maybe. It would make sense, right? Let's see. Castellan, however you say it, he does not. He does not have that going on. Okay. No problem. Alright, now the next thing is he needs a banner, apparently. And here is a small, it's a regular Space Marine banner. But that's okay because I can put all kinds of Inquisition crap on it. I can cut this thing off the top. And I don't normally dig dudes with banners like this. Man, now that I'm saying that, I probably won't do this. I don't really like that at all now that I think about it. What would be cool though is for him just to have that damn demon head, you know. I don't know, man. It just doesn't seem to make any sense to, I mean, I know what I can do. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm going to, I don't think it would look silly if I took him off, when I take him off this base and build it up, to have this demon head resting on a rock or something like that. Yeah, I'm not gonna do this banner thing. That's just asinine. Alright, so this should be glued now. Let me get this arm back on here. Hopefully I don't get any glue on me this time. Alright, so we're working with that dude, he's good. Alright, now let's get to, alright, this guy is going to take the warding staff. This is his head. These guys need swords, but we all need, wait, where is his, he needs a left-handed gun. That was the issue that I was missing. Here's one. Okay, no problem. We still have to go back and put the magazines on and everything. set this dude over here. I have a feeling my Castle and Crow model is going to get a lot more work on the game table than anybody else, just because of the work I'm putting into him. And I mean, I feel like I know something about him, but I don't want to claim too much because I'm not entirely sure. It's been a while since I've read anything Grey Knight. Alright, get this out of here. What do we got? We need some right hands is what we need. For swords. It's right-handed, right? Yeah. What I have found through going through all my bits and getting back into my creative mindset is I am able to kit bash and make more models than I would have purchased. And I'm sure many of you do the same thing, but if you don't, I would encourage you to do so, because you never know. You might find something you really, really want, but you know, as a character or whatever, but you don't like the way the model looks. And I don't dislike that you know, Crow model, but it's not speaking to me. And something that I've done myself does, you know, that it, you know, I mean, that, you know, all he's doing in there is he's holding, you know, a two-handed sword, and that's it. This guy's got, you know, he's got some action going on, you know what I mean? So anyway, I'm gonna lecture you guys on that nonsense that you already know. Alright, so where is this dude? Here he is. Actually, what I need to do is glue the hand on first. I really wish I had another sword though. I'm just not sold on this staff thing, but I guess it would give them some utility because of the strength factor and the damage factor, since they are kind of teleporting around the battlefield, I guess. I don't know. I'm making it up as I go. Again, this is not meta. This is not, you know, I'm gonna go to the Nova and win or anything. It's, you know, or Las Vegas or anything. I'm just trying to have fun and, you know, put these guys into play. So somehow, anyway. Sure how I like that with the staff right in front of his face. I don't think I do. I'd like it more out away from his body. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and I might actually put this on somebody else of the four. But there's a little bit of excess glue here that keeps wanting to stick to my finger. Jocelyn's ready for his backpack. Crow. He's ready for his backpack here. Pop that on. Not too bad if I do say so myself. I might be able to get in there, or might go back and round out the cloth a little bit more, but if you're really looking for that, you're missing the point of the model, and that looks pretty good to me. So you guys can see that. I think it looks pretty good. And I just dropped the backpack off. Come on now, get on there. Let's see here. Trying to straighten it out. Okay, that's gonna sit there for a little bit. That's it. He's got his head, which is definitely going to look different, but it'll be alright, I guess. Alright, these arms, I'm not really digging them. They've got the swords all turned into the body, except for that one. Yeah, I don't want that to happen, because I want to be able to drop the sword down on their side since they're shooting, you know. What's this one doing? This is right-handed. The sword arm is straight out. It's probably for a halberd or something. So what do we got here? We've got 1, 2. And that's 3, so I need 1 more. Turns into the body. That doesn't turn into the body, but it's not what I'm looking for. Another one that turns into the body. And that one does not turn into the body. Okay. Alright. So now, to make our lives easier, we're going to sand these connection points. Go ahead and glue. Actually, let me sand that too. Now see, this arm still wants to put it in front of the body, and I don't like that. Now, if you're running into that issue, you have a couple of choices here. You can either just try to glue it, you know, a portion of the arm, or you got to cut it off, which is what we're going to do. And I'm not concerned about that because it'll all be covered up by the pauldron. You know what I'm saying? So don't be afraid to do that. If you don't have another arm, or you just don't like the angle, or whatever the case is. Now you may have to, you know, trim up elsewhere, but alright. I think we're finally getting that. And I mean, if I run into a problem with the pauldron, all I'm going to do is I'll cut that little piece off right there. But I'm not entirely sure that I mean, I have a feeling it might be an issue, but I don't think it's going to be that big of an issue. Would be the point I'm trying to get at here. Alright. Let's go ahead and try to fit that. Something, man. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing, Caden? How long you've been waiting for an answer. I really wish that there was some kind of way to let me know, you know, like some kind of small chime or something to let people know. But I guess they're not planning on people doing what I'm doing and then having to look up. It's not like YouTube really cares. If they did, I wouldn't be getting copyright strikes over stuff that doesn't even belong to the person who's claiming it belongs to them. You ought to go back, Caden, and watch the very beginning of this, and it might make you laugh. It's gonna have to sit there a bit. It's a kind of a loose connection for some reason. I'm hoping I can do something with these, and all these arms are turning the blades into the body, which in my mind is stupid. So again, we're gonna have to cut it off on the side and give ourselves another flat angle to turn that arm out for ourselves to get this sword away from the body. I have to leave that there, and I'm gonna have to do the same thing with this guy. That's okay. Just cut off the flat, or cut flat the back angle right there, and then glue, you know, it'll turn the arm outward. Now, that might, I like that angle, but it might be a little too extreme. So, we'll trim off some more towards the inside instead to bring it back in just a hair. Okay, it's not looking too bad. Revisit this over here real quick. God, man. Really messed my thumb up. Alright. Now the question is, can I get him off of this base? Don't know. Without breaking everything. I put a lot of glue on these for some reason. I think because they weren't going to be changing. Alright, so that's 1 foot. Gotta watch the angle here. I'm going to pop off his arms. That's 2 feet. And I definitely don't want to slice into his feet. I'm going to go ahead and pop his body off of this arm that's got the head here. That way I can just work on this and not cut it up. Hopefully. Man. Okay. Alright, salvaged. Excellent. Alright. I don't know if any of that was in the camera or not, but now we're going to go to our bag of stuff over here. Build this guy a base worthy of who he is. We're going to do a little bit of that breakage, you know, like there's a crack in the ground kind of deal. We're gonna try anyway, I'll put it that way. We're gonna have to see, because I still want to be able to put this head somewhere. Alright, where is he at? He's over here. So if I do that, then I've got to worry about putting... Okay, I think if we can turn him sideways, we can probably get the sword and the other head to lay right on that piece of rock. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. It won't be quite a complete break in everything, but it'll be close enough. And then we can put the bloodthirster head down below, down here. So I think that'll work out just great. And coincidentally, somehow these two fit together almost like a puzzle piece. I like that. I'll take whatever I can get. Might be a little too... I don't know, we'll see. If I have to, I'll cut it out. I think that's going to be good to go. Okay. Cut that hand off. Maybe gnarl it up a little bit, you know, like it actually broke off. Yeah, that looks good. Appears to be glued now. Put a little glue right there. See if we can't re-glue this in place. Hopefully it's gonna fit. Sounds like it's raining like crazy out there, so hopefully it's not gonna affect our internet or power. So if we happen to go out, you know what happened. And we'll catch you next time. Man, this thing just wants to be a pain, doesn't it? Man, right when I get it, the model freaking slips in my hand. You gotta love it. Keeps turning. Damn it. Okay. So it looks like we're good there. The only thing I don't like about it is there's a slight gap right here, and if you were to look down, you wouldn't see, you wouldn't see the sword going through. So how do we fix that? Well, I got plenty of little bits of whatever here. I'm just gonna put some glue in there, and I'm gonna fit that right in there like it's a rock or something. Fret not. Actually, this little piece right here works out even better. It almost looks like more of the demon's head. I could probably paint that. I don't know, we'll see how that works out. I may just paint it as rock. But let's get another piece in there. So I'm not really digging that hole still. All these little plastic bits you got, man, I mean, I'm telling you, they work. You just gotta, I guess, use your imagination, really. I mean, you probably don't even have to work too hard at that, to be honest with you. Up some of this cork here and see if I can't fit that. Oop, I just dropped it. That stinks. That's alright. It worked out. There's a couple little better pieces here. Remember, your rock formations need to be somewhat random, not, you know, symmetrical at all. There we go. That'll glue that in place, and that'll take care of that. The hand still looks good, body still looks good, and now we want to figure out where we want to put this bloodthirster head, which is massive. I'd like to have it semi-random, but it's got blood dripping down it, so I guess in a way I'd like to have that, you know, I'd like to be able to use that blood in a way. Maybe it's more visceral, maybe it's part of, it's not just blood, it's part of you know, organs. So I'm going to bend that slightly, and I'm going to have this thing sitting down here at his feet. That, I think. I could also put it on the back side. That way it's not, you know, 3 demon heads all right there, but I don't know how that looks to me. I think that could work, because then it looks like he just, you know, he's wading through, you know, all these things. Now I'm probably going to have to cut this piece off. That's okay though. I don't really, I mean, it's not going to break my heart. Maybe I could bend it. Let's see here. Yeah, I could bend it, and then I'll just, you know, watch how I paint that when I trim up the base. Oh yeah, that's gonna be good. Yeah, like he's wading through all sorts of demons and killing them. I like it. Yeah, that's good. That's a good model there. Well, I want to finish this guy off just because. So let's get him a helmet. That's going to be worth it. One that I, you know, can appreciate. I think it's going to be this one right here. Actually, yeah, that one. I really wish they wouldn't put a, you know, an air tube, if you will, in the mold process on the head. like the top of the head, you know. Try to find a different way of doing that. All right. For some reason that head seems to be sitting too high for my liking, so I'm going to cut it down by cutting the bottom off just a hair. I'm telling you, man, clippers are essential. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, that looks good. I'm happy with that. So we're gonna let him sit up here and dry and just leave him alone. But we've got at least 3 demons there, and if I can somehow get a head, an extra head for the other one, I'll put it on there too. You know, that way we've got all 4. And why not, right? I mean, it's not like they would just be fighting one force of chaos, I imagine. I mean, it's possible, I guess, but not always, right? Okay, so sword is on there. Need to get the swords on these guys. Let's see here. Alright, so I'm putting extra glue on here. It'll work its way down into the crack, and that's, you know, got to strengthen that bond. I really do not like the way that they've done this. You know, with these hands like this, I just don't like it. I realize they're trying to probably give us more options or whatever, but I don't like it. So, alright, let's see this guy here. I'm probably going to cut this dude's neck off too, because I think he's going to sit too high for my liking anyway, especially with that Terminator helmet. We need to do everything we can to minimize his look as a Terminator. Trying to get his damn head down. He does not want to play ball. buddy, it's storming. I don't know if you guys can hear that through the microphone, but man, oh man. Okay. Just making sure I got my flashlight handy. He's good to go. Let's get these other helmets clipped off of here. I don't really care which ones they are now. But they gotta be helmets.